A'udhu billahi minash shaitani rajim. Bismillahir rahmanir rahim. Alhamdulillah. This is Mrs. Kehinde Aisha of CTY Model College, Adeoyo Ring Road, Ibadan. I welcome my darling js1 home economics student to their week 6 lesson 1. Topic: drug abuse. Drug abuse. Drug abuse. The abuse of what? Drug. What is a drug? A drug is any substance that is taken to provide temporary or permanent relief from illness and disease. When one is sick, either at home or confined into an hospital bed, drugs are what? Administered to relieve what? To relieve the person from the pain temporarily, that is for a short period of time, or permanently, that is take off the what? The act of what? Illness, from what? Disease and illness. The person can be infected, the person can have headache, stomach upset and the likes. And a drug is used to provide what? A temporary or permanent relief from such. Beautiful. Having said that, drug abuse may be defined as harmful pattern of use of drug for mood-altering purposes which leads to some health problems. It is the use of drug in a way that is not in accordance with the recommended way of using it. What do we call drug abuse? The act of what? The pattern of what? Harmful use of what? Drug that leads to what? Our health problems. And it is also what? Used in a way that is not in accordance with the recommended way of what? Using it, that is nobody has tell you to what? To use the particular drug. You just feel like I'm having stomach pain. You are using stomach pain drug to cure headache drug and to cure headache. No, it is wrong. You have to wait for what? Prescription. That is something that is not in accordance with what? With the way of recommended way of using it is called what? The abuse of what? Drug. And we also call it self-medication. It is not so good. Okay, having said that, what are hard drugs? These are very strong illegal drugs which cause great harm to people that takes them. Example are marijuana, cocaine, heroin, codeine, etc. Hard drugs are what? They are illegal drugs which are what? Harmful to the what? To the takers, that is to people that takes them. They are very strong illegal drugs. What do we call illegal? Something that is not what? Legalized. You mustn't be seen with them. You must not be found wanting when it comes to what? Taking illegal drugs. One might get what? Arrested from taking what? Illegal drugs. And there are examples. We have cocaine. You can't go about with cocaine the same way we can go about with paracetamol. You can't go out with heroin the same way we can go out with Bico or Virus or even vitamin C. All these drugs are what? Have their own what? Way of what? Taking them in minute and what? Prescribed quantity. Having said that, the meaning of hard drugs. What are the types or categories of drug? The first one is what? Legal drugs. And the second one is illegal drugs. What are legal drugs? Legal drugs are drugs that we are allowed to use according to the what? To the law. Beautiful. Drugs that are what? Even the law, the law enforcement, the drug law enforcement agency, that is an example, is the NAFDAC. They are example of drug law enforcement agencies. They affirm that there are some drugs we can use which are called what? The legal drugs, and there are some that are dangerous to our health and we should not what? Take them, especially as children and what? It's like Muslims, that what? We shouldn't what? Venture or dabble into what? Using them. So legal drugs are drugs that we are allowed to use in accordance to the what? To the law. The National Agency for Food, Drug and Administration Control, they ask us to what? To take them. They are example of what? Legal drugs. They are drugs we are allowed to what? To use. And when it comes to illegal drugs, they are drugs that we are not allowed to use and dangerous to our health. They knew that illegal drugs are dangerous to our health. That is the more reason why we are not allowed to use them in accordance to the what? To the law. Inshallah, in our next class, we'll be considering further topics on what? Drug abuse. And see you be prepared to hear me out in our weeks in our next lesson. I remain your host, Mrs. Kehinde Aisha. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.